All right, and I want to give all the context with all the parties involved. We'll do that here in just a couple minutes. But we are getting word from practice that JK Dobbins, in fact, did not practice today. Not shocking to you or I,
Nope.
but I know that there was a lot of people out there holding out hope, given the fact that he wasn't put on IR, that he would be somehow available. Guys, it's not going to happen for this weekend.
No, just because they don't put you on IR doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and you're ready to play. They're trying to be strategic with it because you have a bye week coming up. And what some people do not know is like if you're placed on IR, you miss 4 games. Well, the bye week, you don't play in a game. So you're going to go through the bye week. So, for example, you play Kansas City. If you put him on IR, JK we're talking about, he'll miss Kansas City. He'll have a bye week. That doesn't count on IR.
Correct.
And he'll miss 3 other games.
Yep.
So they're trying to get him back maybe the week after the bye, or even that third game, that second game, or the second game from the bye.
Yeah, that would be Vegas week 14.
Vegas, kind of get him going. And even then, if he's out there, maybe it's like we're not going to give him as many carries, but we're kind of easing him back into the rotation.
Yeah.
That's their thought process, into not wanting to put somebody on IR just like they've done with PS2. Now, for PS2, it looks like he's not going to play either. He did not practice as well.
Not great.
It's not great, but we expected that as well, where it's like PS2, don't rush back. This injury that he's dealing with is a 3 to 6 week process, and he's only going into his 3rd week. Like, don't rush back for no reason when we need you in the long run.
Yeah, but I will say this with the PS2 one, it was Mike Kliss who put it out there yesterday to our morning show. Like, he could play. There's a chance he plays against Kansas City. After what we've learned here in the last 10 minutes, doesn't look like PS2 is going to be out there. Doesn't look like Dobbins is going to be out there. And that means, in my opinion, in the most literal sense for this weekend, you are going to be without your most impactful defensive player and your most impactful offensive player against a team in Kansas City that is the king of the AFC.
Yeah.
So
now it's like, for Sean, this is what you get paid for. What does this look like? How are you going to scheme up to get R.J. Harvey involved, to get Tyler Bidet involved, to get Jaleel McLaughlin? Because now Jaleel, my guessing, would be the next one up. So for Sean, what are you going to do? You have to get your receivers going. Cortland Sutton's a guy, your number one receiver. You haven't been getting him going for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Now he has to be the main course, the main target. You have to be creative with your play calling, what you do with RJ, because we know RJ Harvey is not good right now in running inside. So now you have to tailor things towards RJ Harvey's strength, but now he kind of one-sides himself when you're game scheming, or if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, because now you're knowing they're going to try to get outside with him. So it's going to be a lot of game planning for Sean to make sure that this team is ready to beat the Chiefs.
While also probably trying to simultaneously simplify some things for this offense. And you want to know, you said something that sparked a thought, and I think it's interesting. We don't regularly talk about the money that the NFL coach makes. We talk about it all the time in college. We talk about it all the time with the players in the NFL. We talk about it all the time with the players in the NBA and baseball. But when it comes to NFL coaches, and I'm just thinking out loud here, dude. Like, when it comes to NFL coaches, we don't really reference the money that they make. And Sean Payton, we know, makes allegedly around $20 million a season.
Well, there you go right there, allegedly. Like, it's not out there for all of us to see, where college, the coaches, you know how much they're making.
Right.
Every player, you can look up how much they're
That's
making.
so true.
If you're a girl that, wants to go on a date and you want to know how much your man's making, go ahead and type his name in. If he plays for the NFL, the NBA, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
But for a coach, because it has happened, but for a coach in the NFL, you don't really know how much they're making.
It's interesting. And what if it worked like that in life? Like how it works for like an NFL player, where it's like Johnny asked you out on a date. It's like, let's see how much Johnny makes. Type it in, like, let's go to Spot Rack. Let's see how much Johnny makes before I agree to go out on a date with him or not.
Well, it's a true story because it happened to one of my teammates.
Tell me.
One of my teammates had a little date. He goes to the bathroom. He comes back. She's on her phone with his name and his face popped up. and it was spot rack.
No way.
Swear.
So he was walking back like from behind her?
Behind, yes. So she didn't see him coming.
Wow.
Yeah, and because it was a date, and like they didn't really know each other like that.
Wow.
I guess she knew that he was in the NFL.
And if she didn't, he shared it. Maybe they're like,
Yeah,
what do you do?
Haven't talked.
Or she acted like she didn't know what he did.
Of course. And yeah, had his face up there, spot rack, and it's like the money he's making, and of course it was a turnoff for him. Like he said, he finished the dinner and stuff, and then just took her straight home because it's like obviously you're not in it for the right reasons, and and it just didn't sit well with him. Which is like, wow, man. And it happens. It happens. Not even just for the men, the women making all the money too. Like it happens when people are just. They want to know how much you're making.
Yeah, that's interesting. I also don't know a lot of guys that would have brought her home directly after that. It's like, now you know how much I'm making because I happen to be like walking up behind you and you looking. Yeah, interesting. Okay, but yeah, that's a different life. But you reference Sean Payton's, income. It's like, hey, he's making a lot of money to do this, know. And it's one of these things where, look, Sean's the head coach, so the Broncos are in a great position. They're 8-2. So in that respect, he is earning every dollar. The Broncos are relevant again and all that stuff. But in another way, your secret sauce, in addition to your culture building, has been your play calling.
Yeah.
And that's part of that hefty paycheck as well. And we are just not seeing and it's here we go with the same conversation. We know it's not just all on Sean.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's not.
Bo's not holding up in his end of the bargain.
What do I say? Players make plays. Players win games. So the players have to go out there and execute the plays being called, make something happen. If something's not there, we'll make something appear and make a play.
We have some more news from Broncos practice that we'll give you here in just about 15 seconds. Guys, this Friday, about 48 hours from now, we're heading to Jackson's in Lodo for Bud Light Football Friday. We'll be live from 2 to 6 p.m. Bud Light will be giving away a pair of tickets to Broncos Packers on Sunday, December 14th, along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes. Must be 21 to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. It sounds like, Phil, Marvin Mims was, in fact, back at practice, and that is a bit of a relief.
It really is in two different ways. One, special teams. You're having your kick and punt returner back, your all-pro kick and punt returner back.
Yeah.
So things are going to be a little bit different, and you win games because of special teams. Now, Bandy, your boy Bandy, he didn't do a bad job. He had that muff punt.
Yep.
But other than that, he was able to secure the balls most of the time, get it into the offensive hands. That's what you want to do.
Yep.
But we need a playmaker. And Marvin Mims helps flip the field. All right, like he takes the punt, gets 15, 20 yards, maybe 30 or even a touchdown. It changes the game. So we're having Mims back in that situation. Now, as a receiver, we talked about it yesterday with Bo Nix and the deep ball. Well, last year, Bo Nix was having success with the deep ball, going with Cortland Sutton with the 50-50 balls and Mr. Marvin Mims, who, by the way, was making huge plays.
He was.
Against Cincy, had 2 touchdowns.
Oh, my gosh.
A beautiful deep ball from Bo Nix connected to Marvin Mims for a touchdown, and then another one later on in the game to go into overtime. Then you had the game against the Cleveland Browns last year where Marvin Mims takes it 94 yards to the house on a deep ball. So for Bo Nix, you're getting one of your deep ball targets back. Now utilize him more. Get him going. Sean, he has to be implementing this playbook in the play sheet. One, because you don't have JK Dobbins, and he's your playmaker. When you talk about Marvin Mims, he's going to make plays for you. So I won't be surprised if Sean puts them all over the field, and Bo's going to have to start connecting with him and our boy Cortland Sutton again.
Well, that is certainly something that needs to happen. I mean, and you covered a lot of ground there. The Sutton stuff, like, yes, that needs to get tweaked, I'll just say. He's got 29 targets over the last 5 games. Troy Franklin has 41.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. Let's not make this too hard. It's already a slog right now. Let's not pick up options to make it harder. So
get your best players involved.
That's all. Let's not make it too hard. And then Mims, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and you touched on it. But it's like this offense's capability and potential, just the ceiling on it grows when Marvin Mims is available. And what a noticeable difference when he's not out there. And so, and then the special teams. I mean, of course, it's already cost the Broncos with that muff punt. So, all right, that's great. That's great. Marvin Mims back at practice. JK Dobbins not practicing. Pat Surtain not practicing. So there's some good, a little bit more bad. We'll hear from Sean Payton here momentarily. But in the meantime, Mr. Phillip Lindsay, as we continue to diagnose this offense.
This offense or Mr. Bo Nix?
Well, to talk about the offense is to talk about Bo. You know, they're inextricably tied together. But how about this for a stat? This is nuts. The Broncos have trailed for 206 offensive plays during this 7-game win streak. That's the most by any team over a 7-0 stretch since at least 1991. And when you hear these stats and they say at least, they just don't have all the data to continue to go back further. So trailing for 206 offensive snaps in the 7-game win streak is psychotic. I mean, this is the first time that this has happened in the better part of 4 decades, Phil.
And it has to improve. Like there's nothing more we truly need to talk about. Like for the offense to get back on track, they have to stay on the football field. They have to make some plays. It starts with your quarterback. It starts with Sean Payton with the play calls. And then, of course, you go out there and you execute, break a tackle, make a play. But it has to happen to help this defense out. Because at some point, this defense is going to go up against a better offense. And maybe it's this week against the Chiefs, where the Chiefs have all 3 receivers back.
Right.
And you have Patrick Mahomes, the best player right now, best quarterback in the league. Let's just put it at that. And the best offensive-minded coach in Andy Reid. So they're going to have help. Offense is going to have to stay on the football field, get in some type of rhythm, and move the damn ball.
Well, can't win without scoring. And so, like the 13 points that you produced against the Jets, that's not going to cut it. The 18 points that was produced against Houston, it's not going to cut it. The 10 points that was produced last week, the week after the Houston game against the Raiders, it's not going to cut it. Here's a stat for you. Keep this in mind. Patrick Mahomes is 53-0 when his defense holds their opponents to 17 points or less.
53-0.
53-0.
Come on, man.
So, like, Mahomes has never lost, like, one of these, like, 10-7, 13-11 type, like.
Oh, he's like, what is that?
No. He's 53-0 when the Kansas City defense holds their opponents to 17 or fewer. So, at a bare minimum, unless you do plan on doing something that's never, ever been done before, which is not advisable, in my opinion, unless you, like, you've got to score. Let's just start with a minimum of 18 points. It's probably going to take 24, 26, 27 points, realistically.
You're telling this team they have to score at least 18 points.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that they can do it.
Without their best offensive weapon right now in JK Dobbins.
Correct.
With a struggling Bo Nix.
Correct.
In an offense that's not even getting their number 1 receiver involved. This is going to be a tall task for the Denver Broncos offense. Now, we know this defense is going to try their damnedest to stop or contain Patrick Mahomes in that offense. But it's going to be tough if you continue to go 3 and out on the offensive side of the football. If you continue to put your defense out there and they're tired and they've been through a long drive and yet they look up and they don't even get a drink of water. They don't even go to their little iPads and look at what's going on. They just have to go straight back out there because the offense goes 3 and out. So we have to sustain drives and find a way to score some type of points. Maybe we need to put Tillman back in the backfield. We know he has some juice. Know he has some juice.
Well, look, it's this simple, okay? Bo Nix is going to have to play great. He's going to have to play great. He's going to have to play like he played a year ago in Arrowhead. A year ago in Arrowhead, 22 of 30, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So, like, it's somewhere in there. We've seen it. But I haven't seen it lately. And I'm starting to forget, like, what it actually looked like in that moment. But Bo was great. Bo outdueled Patrick Mahomes on that Sunday. Or was that a prime time? Was it Monday? Or was it Sunday?
No, it was a Sunday.
Okay.
In Arrowhead.
Bo, he outdueled Mahomes. I saw it. I watched it. It happened. It's not just my imagination. He has got to, because if Bo doesn't play well, like, this is a non-starter. The Broncos are going to lose.
Well, that's any quarterback. If any quarterback does not play well in the NFL, you're not.
Well, I disagree. I was going to say, what have we been watching here? Bo hasn't played great, and the Broncos have won 7 in a row.
Bo hasn't played great, but he's done enough to win the games at the end there, right? The Philadelphia game, the Giants game, where you end up with a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. So like he's done that, right? He's done the Tebow stuff, where at the end there he finds a way miraculously to help win the game. So, but we don't want to continue to do that.
No, I don't want to hear you say he's doing the Tebow stuff. I don't want to hear that. Like, he's doing the Tebow stuff. Man. No, I know. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I'll say this. So we have a confluence of different things happening all at the same time. Has Sean been the best version of his play calling self?
No.
I do not believe so. Has Bo been the best version of his quarterback self? We know that's not true. But when those guys are doing their job, Sean Payton, Bo Nix, other people need to do theirs. Because all too often, this offense, specifically the passing offense, is a can't-get-right offense right now.
Mr. Can't Get Right.
And remember the movie Friday, Smokey, played by Chris Tucker?
Yeah.
He goes, he's talking to Ice Cube. He's like, y'all have Kool-Aid, no sugar, peanut butter, no jelly. You guys never have two things that match. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
That's what's happening right now. Like, when Sean has it dialed up, Bo can't follow through. When Sean has it dialed up and Bo follows through, someone's not doing their job. And to put a number to this, the percentage of Bo Nix passes that have been dropped by Broncos receiving targets so far this season, it's the third highest in the NFL. So, and this is according to PFF. So, like, you have the third highest drop rate. That's not helping a quarterback who's struggling mightily when he is getting it to these targets, which is too infrequent. But when he is, his teammates are letting him down as well. It's the ultimate right now can't get right offense.
It's the can't get rights. They have to figure out what they do well now that JK's not playing, and they have to stick with it. But when you talk about drop passes, as a player's point of view, it's not concentrating. For a player, maybe it's Evan Ingram or Cortland Sutton, where it's like they don't believe they're going to get the ball. So they're going out there, they're running the route, but they're not running it with content of like, I'm getting the ball. And so when you finally do get the ball, you're surprised and you're not ready. And so for Court and everybody else out there dropping balls, you have to run with great detail and you have to stay focused, catch the ball before you tuck and run so that we can get some type of rhythm going. It's not all on Bo. This unit, the offensive unit, is just not right. And they need to figure out what they can do to move forward. Even if you don't have JK, you're going to have to play in this game, and you're going to have to move the damn ball.
You know who the biggest culprit is on offense, not catching the ball?
Let me guess. Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram has a drop rate of 15%, Phil. And that is the right answer.
Okay. Like you see it in these games. He's dropping it way too much.
15% drop rate is the worst among 39 tight ends with at least 20 targets. He leads the Broncos, 5 different drops, and is the literal league leader at the tight end position.
And that is all about focus. What I just got done talking about for Evan Ingram, a guy who thought he was going to get a lot of a lot of opportunities, has not done so yet. And so my guessing is he clouded his head. My guessing is he's out there, but he doesn't think he's getting the ball. So he's just out there to try to get paid. And once he does get the opportunity, he's not ready for it. He has to change his mindset. The last time I said something about a mindset or somebody pouting, oh my God, we got clipped. But for Evan Ingram, not saying he's not pouting.
Hold on, let's give context to that. Hold that thought, because early in training camp, and our listeners who rock with us, they already know this, but early in training camp, you came out and said, the hell's his name? I'm drawing a blank here.
Running back.
The running back from Notre Dame, Audric
Estime.
You said, that guy's body language isn't good. Like that, you can control that. Yeah. And it was like the third day of camp. And we did get clipped. It did go viral. He got upset. And one of these days, you're going to have to
we'll have to
tell the whole story.
Yeah.
But which we haven't yet. And I'll leave that to you on your time. But yeah, that.
So what I'm saying with Evan Ingram is I don't think that he has bad body language. I don't think that he's upset. He's frustrated.
I don't know about that though. Remember Sean said.
Yeah,
they were getting into it on the sideline.
That's true.
And he said, "I'm big into body language." So Ingram was doing something that Sean Payton didn't like.
So Ingram's body language was not good on that day. Now I do know that he was upset and frustrated when Bo Nix missed him with that Houston Texans pretty much a touchdown.
Yeah.
And so for Evan Ingram, he has to stay in the game. When I mean by that, what I mean by that is stay focused. Because you never know when you're going to get your opportunity. And he's been in the league for a long time. He knows this. He wasn't the first read in the Philly game. He was the third read for that touchdown. But he was ready for that moment and was able to score. He has to get back to that because you never know when that quarterback's going to you. But you also have to have the quarterback trusting you enough to say, I know that you're going to be available and you're going to catch the ball. And right now, Bo Nix doesn't have that trust with Evan Ingram. He doesn't know what he's going to get out of him.
The number one drop rate among all tight ends is wild. You know who he kind of reminds me of right now?
Who?
And this is a little bit unfair, but I'll flag it ahead of time. Evan Ingram is to the Broncos who Cam Johnson currently is for the Nuggets.
Ooh.
Someone who came in from the outside, a lot of hype, and just has not been able to deliver on that hype even remotely.
Yeah.
Even remotely.
I like that one.
So, and again, Ingram, he can't help when Bo Nix misses him on a walk-in touchdown, but also you can help when Bo Nix is putting it on your numbers and you have a drop rate of 15%.
Yeah. You can help by catching the ball when it's there and blocking. Blocking so that you can stay out there long enough to get in a rhythm.
Yep.
Blocking so that Sean can trust you to be out there instead of pulling you out for a Lucas Kroll or a Nate Atkins. You control that.
Right behind Ingram is running back Tyler Bidet, who somehow, with 14 catchable passes, has dropped 4 of the 14. Listen close, y'all, among 215 NFL players with at least 10 catchable passes, Bidet's drop rate is the worst.
See, and I'm done with that, with Tyler Bidet. You're a third-string running back. You have to play special teams to make the team. When you're getting the opportunity, you're not taking advantage of them. At some point, something has to give. Now, at some